Hello. I had time to play one game yesterday and look who it was. It was Sacco. It's got a pretty bad start there. This is pretty good, but the other ones aren't. The screen is so fast. And the sledgehammer is like very strong unit right now. I try to pick sledgehammers or I try to pick fangs usually, because the fangs are good against the sledgehammers. And going into this game, I didn't quite know what to expect here. And I wanna push with these sledgehammers. I think the matchup is pretty good. Supply specialist versus cost control. It favors the supply specialist a lot, I think. Or maybe not a lot, but certainly is favored in this matchup. And we got the better unit combo as well, I think, at the start. Let's actually use this again. People seem to like the automatic camera. I hate it myself, but let's see the comment section. So he has more money in the start, and he's going one more sledge and one more chaff. And I knew that Sacco likes this kind of sledge push with aerial specialist, and then he goes Overlords behind it. So now he's cost control, and I was kinda expecting him to go Overlords here. And usually in these scenarios where the enemy deploys crawlers in your face, WRAITH is a very good option. And I thought about the mass-produced Rhino, but it isn't that good with our deployment. So I picked the improved WRAITH. And I think I would have... I was going to build a WRAITH this turn, either way. But then we got the improved WRAITH card, so I decided to pick that one as well. And this is kinda tricky position, because I kinda need to put the WRAITH where everything is here, but this crawler is pretty scary, because it kills my fangs here if Sacco levels it, and it always takes the tower pretty fast. And the WRAITH soaked up all my money. And he's doing more sledges, covering his flanks. Many people cover their flanks against me because I do some tower sniping a lot. And the WRAITH is pretty nice to deploy on a turn like this, where there is nothing to kill it, so it instantly levels. And the levels are pretty powerful on all improved units. I think this was actually even the first time I built the WRAITH after the new patch. It kills the sledges pretty nicely also. So it's still pretty strong unit against any other stuff than giants and rhinos and stuff like that. Here there is a lot of options. I think the speed spec is always good. The sealed airdrop is pretty good. Like the speed is good, although we are deployed like this. But I choose to skip because I'm kind of low on money because the rates are so expensive. So I need to do some deployments here so I don't fall too much behind. And I'm not quite sure what to expect from Sacco. This Overlord I was thinking that this is what he will do at the start of the game, but once I went the raids, I don't know what his answer is to the raids, but apparently he went Overlord against it. And the rate is still pretty good, the improved rate, as at least against the Overlords. The deployment module is here, okay. I don't know about the heavy Overlord for Sacco. Might be good, might not be. Not quite sure. If I were him, I maybe would pick it, but I'm not actually sure if it's good or not. And I don't wanna commit into the raid anymore because at this time I'm just using the raid to clear the crawlers and the sledges, and now I need to protect them with the fangs. This fang shield will slow down the enemy a lot, but the Overlord is still quite good against the fang shields. And he goes Launcher Overlord load. Launcher Overload. And now the boat wins against the raid. And this is a very strong strategy Sacco has been doing, like Sledgehammer and Overlords. I talked to him after the game a little bit, and he said that he went Launcher Overload because he thought he was aerial specialist. The aerial specialist gives range to the air units. So the point of the Overload is to stay behind the sledges. But now this guy has 90 range and the sledges has 95, so the Overlord will run forward and the sledges don't tank for it. But with the aerial specialist that's not the case, because the Overlord has, I think, 10 more range, I forget. Yeah, I go the Assault Fang. It's pretty nice, it's just more movement speed, so maybe they dodge the Overlords a bit better. And 40% more damage for my fangs. And they are always connecting to the crawlers, so I guess it helps a little bit. And in this position I have no clue if the raids can defeat the Overlords. But I think in this kind of situations, if I try to deviate from my plan, like go Phoenixes or Melting Point or something like that, it never works out. It's too much money synced into other stuff. It's better to go follow your plan in these kind of situations. Especially in this kind where both players deploy on the line. So the fight happens immediately. If this wouldn't be the case, I would have some more leeway here. And here both my wraiths ran forward and the Overlord just deleted them. So I think I should go range here, but like watching this fight, but I don't think I did go. The amp core is pretty nice for the leveled wraiths. The items are pretty important for them. I don't know if this is good play. I think this was a very big mistake on my part. The crawlers are pretty good, I think, like late crawlers, but the replicate might be a mistake. And these flanks aren't good either. It's so late in the game that it's cost efficient for Sacco to just missile these every turn, I think. I should have put probably 3 crawlers here. He has a very weak chaff clear. Sledges are stuck on the fangs. And the crawlers are pretty good at distracting the Overlord. And I did go the floating artillery array to get more damage. But I think the correct play was just range to not get targeted by the Overlords instantly. We do get the towers, but it don't matter. And Sacco did go for the senior. I have upgraded the level 1 attack and defense. The senior was probably pretty good for him because he has so many sledgehammers. Is the Rhino Assault good? No. Maybe. I don't think it's good. Yeah, we go damage on the wraiths. The Overlords are killing us. We need some help here. And I finally figured out I should go the range. And the temp range as well. Now the range is 115. And it stays behind the sledges. This is pretty brutal though. This guy kills the sledges instantly, then kills my wraith. Yeah, now I do the crawlers, which I should have done last turn. And protect against the Rhino Assault. Like, he has 0 chaff clear. I don't need more carry units here. I just need stuff to keep him occupied. And let these guys do the work. If I can keep them alive, they will do it, probably. And I guess he wants late chaff to tank for the Overlords. But I don't know if that's a good play, because the wraiths clear the fangs pretty easily now. We immediately delete him with the range bonus, now that the boats cannot kill the raids instantly. And here I was really worried about the Vulcan drop. I think this was a big mistake for me to pick it. I should have gone haste module on this guy. But Sacco didn't pick the Vulcan drop either. Like, I think a pretty good play is for Sacco is to put one Vulcan here, drop one Vulcan here, and maybe oil this side. Like oil from here to here and set it on fire with the Vulcan. And the other Vulcan is here. Because he has a big chaff problem. And on this turn I go the degenerate beam because I know that there's no way he will press the photon emission which counters it, because he has such a huge problem with the chaff that he needs to spend all his money clearing the chaff. And he's doing 3 Mustangs with HC, which is fine also, I guess. So what happened here is that this game became a giant chaff battle. And the degeneration beam is insane here. Like, the enemy does 30% less damage and I do 30% more damage. It's so good. So we won against the Sledge Overlord push. But yeah, Sacco said after the game that he thought he was aerial spec. So I don't know if it affected something. I think this might be actually better to do with the cost control. Like, I don't know. I feel like his overlords were protected enough, even with the range reduction from the launcher overload. I have a game coming out tomorrow that I will try this Sacco strategy myself. Yeah, thanks for watching.